Welcome to the Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. It's Tea Tuesday, or in my world, Crafty Tuesday. Before we get started, I'd like to say thank you to all of my subscribers and a special thank you to all of the new subscribers. I haven't had a chance to do that since spring, but I do appreciate everyone who visits my channel, and I appreciate your comments and thoughts and ideas and suggestions. I do try to post weekly, sometimes 2 videos a week. I should be back on that schedule very soon as this build is completed. It's been a very big project and a lot bigger than I anticipated, but it's been a great deal of fun. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. It's a very late Tea Tuesday for me, so we're going to have a little cup of coffee, and then I'm going to share with you a small miniature haul as well as a book purchase. We don't find too many miniatures here in the thrift stores, but when I do find them, I pick them up. It's taken me a couple of weeks to put this little collection together, and so we can get started. First, we have this wonderful brass and copper kettle. It's absolutely adorable. I paid $1 for this, and I've seen them actually in the antique store. I think sometimes the antique stores price these things crazy high. I actually saw one for almost $30, and I think that's ridiculous. Here we have a little floral piece. It's got a stick in it, so I do believe it is for a floral piece. But if we make a secret garden for our build, we'll use this for the center. This was delightful. I thought this was absolutely adorable. It was $1.50. I actually think that, if I remember correctly, this was 75% off. We have a little Christmas ornament that we'll just put in the music room corner. We'll restring it and make it look a little more realistic. This adorable cast iron mailbox I found for $4. It's got a little bit of weight to it, and we might repaint it or leave it just as it is. I haven't quite decided. I'll probably repaint it. This delightful little garden gate will come useful when we make our garden. I thought it was very pretty. I haven't quite learned how to solder properly yet to make my own things. This, I believe, is the headboard to a miniature bed. It looks like a garden gate, but with the 2 little legs on it, I believe that this is a headboard. So we're going to turn it back into a miniature bed. Probably this winter. Those legs make me think it is a headboard. These charming chess pieces my son Nicholas brought to me, and each are about 2 inches tall, and we're going to decorate around our library with these. I think they're absolutely delightful. And they were $3 for the little bag. These little floral picks I picked up for $4. I found 2 of them. And we're going to turn one into a vase and the other into a champagne chiller. We just have to cut the pick off the bottom. And I think they're going to work very well. And that'll be a fun Tuesday craft. We'll be back to our crafts shortly. I'm finishing up a few details on the build before the reveal. I found some molding for the library that I'm going to be putting in. This week I'm finishing up some of the touch-ups on the paper mache and the stain on the floors and the bookshelves, and we should have a reveal in the next week or so. This is a wonderful book I purchased this summer for $7 and shipping was included. It is by Jessica Ridley. And Miss Ridley is the great-granddaughter of Sir Edwin Lutyens, the designer of Queen Mary's dollhouse. And this book was published in the 90s, so she's probably retired by now. It's hard to say. I could not find too much information about her, but this book is absolutely delightful. All sorts of topics in it and different styles of rooms. I urge you to check it out if you're interested in miniatures. I'll provide the ISBN number at the end of the video. All sorts of different rooms. There's a Chinese room, a yellow dining room, a country kitchen, a Scottish room. It's really a delightful book. Very good advice on the tools and materials. She's very detailed, gives wonderful suggestions, and I thought it was very helpful. And from this book, I started making executive decisions, which slowed down my project a little bit, as when I decided to cut the project up into modules to make it easier to move around and store when it's not being displayed at Christmas, or if I'm going to display it outside of the home. She has a topic on fabrics, just all sorts of things there. Treasure Your Trash. I love that title. I have a little bin that I collect all sorts of odds and ends from around the house. Perfume bottle caps, all sorts of things. Hairspray bottle caps to be used for various items. The tops of pens, the bottoms of pens, all sorts of things. I sort of keep those tucked in a little bin. That's the Chinese room. Isn't it lovely? We're going to have kind of a Chinese room. I had to repaper because of the repairs to the measurements, so I changed up some of the wallpapers. Instead of the parrot room, I changed that dining room to be kind of an Asian theme. These swords are being made out of cocktail picks, and I thought that was very, very clever. And she's using jump rings for the curtain rings. Very clever. I got all sorts of ideas from this book, so if you find it interesting, I do suggest that you take a look on Amazon for it. I did find it for $7, shipping included. This is the Scottish room. Absolutely delightful. I can't wait to start working on the smalls now that the build is complete, or I should say 98% complete, because I haven't hung the doors yet. I'm still getting some details on the paper mache completed. But these rooms are wonderful. Very creative, wonderful suggestions. I am going to be trying to do some small needlepoint this winter. That's going to be interesting because I don't see very well, but we'll give it a try. Wonderful suggestions on coving and painting details. That's what gave me the idea about getting the molding. I picked up molding today. I will be using that molding in the upper level on the 3rd floor of the library in the exhibition room. It will support the attic room that's just above the peak of the exhibition room. I could not find any small molding to create coving. They just did not have any at the hardware store. She made that lamp out of a finial from a set of curtains. I thought that was very clever. And these rooms are absolutely delightful and so realistic. There's a beaded chandelier. We're going to give that a try. Isn't that room lovely? That's what made me look for the coving. I'm going to keep my eyes open, and I might add that to the various rooms around the house when I can find it. Wonderful ideas, very inspiring. She's making some modern furniture here. I had hoped to really focus on learning electrical this summer as well as soldering, but that's going to have to happen sometime this fall. And there's the sofa that she made. Very talented. Those are just cutouts that she's popped in that little Manhattan room. I love this beautiful little country kitchen she's getting ready here. Very pretty. I'm looking forward to getting the little kitchen in my build kitted out. I shared that because of the measurement issues that I had to continually resolve, I had to repaper, but instead I just primed the walls and I held off on papering when this book arrived in the mail. The author has provided some wonderful, wonderful advice and suggestions, and I have the time to get this done before Christmas, so I'm going to heed that advice and move right along. And what I'll do is I'll share papering the rooms. Maybe I'll pop up a few extra videos each week as each room is papered. But I am going to follow her advice. I think what helped me more when I was finishing up was creating modules for each room. So that's going to be an interesting turn of events. Here is the ISBN number for this book. I encourage you to get it if you're interested in miniatures. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe. Share my Thrifting and Crafting channel with your Thrifting and Crafting friends and help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I welcome your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Check us out on Instagram and tap that notification button for upcoming announcements of thrifts and crafts. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.